Hi student, very good evening all of you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu. இன்றைய இங்கிலீஷ் ஒர்க் ஷாப்புக்கு ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருக்கிற உங்கள் அனைவரையும் warmly வெல்கம் பண்ணிக்கொள்கிறேன். Many diploma courses are conducted by Great Mind Campus. One of the uh, uh, them is the diploma in English. நீங்களும் டிப்ளமா இன் இங்கிலீஷ் கோர்ஸுக்கு ஜாயின் பண்ண இன்ட்ரெஸ்டாக இருந்தால் செக் பாக்ஸில் இடப்படுகின்ற வாட்ஸ்அப் இலக்கத்தை கண்டெக்ட் பண்ணலாம். இன்றைய நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு நேரடியாக செல்வோம். இன்றைய நிகழ்ச்சியை எங்களுக்கு நடாத்த எங்களுடன் இணைந்திருக்கிறார் டிப்ளோமா இன் இங்கிலீஷ் லெக்சர் பெனல் லெக்சர் மிஸ் ரெஹானா ரஷீத் அவர்கள். வெல்கம் மேடம். அஸ்ஸலாமு அலைக்கும் வரஹ்மத்துல்லாஹி வபரகாத்துஹு.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right. Okay, so let's start today's session. Okay, fine. So you all have been following a series of sessions on uh, mastering English language, isn't it? So you all have been following series of sessions. So we would have learned so many things, right? And would have definitely would have made corrected yourself, isn't it? So now in the entire our English session series, right? I have been given the compound to discuss on this mastering pronunciation through IPA, right? So we are non-native speakers, isn't it? Yeah. So we non-native speakers, what do? We master the English language, isn't it? We master the English language, right? So, but native speakers, what do? They acquire English language. So when they acquire English language, there is nothing for them to learn because that is their mother tongue, isn't it? Now for us, how is our mother tongue? Sinhalese or Tamil, isn't it? So that is how we have acquired. So it's easy, isn't it? You are very comfortable. But here, English, we have become as non-native speakers. We master the English language to speak well, right? Why the communication is the most important thing, the most significant thing in our life, isn't it? Well, in this digital era, without communication, you cannot proceed, isn't it? So an English language is the globally recognized language. So now we are to speak well. It is not that we are going to forget our accent. That means as we Sri Lankans, they say Sri Lankans, we speak very clear English, isn't it? We speak very clear English. Whoever listen to our English, yes, they can understand. But we people are learning, right? Proper, right? The proper pronunciation to speak as native speakers and If a native speaker speaks to us, we should be able to understand, isn't it? In Sri Lanka, we no need to speak in that accent, but if someone speaks to us, yes, we should be able to understand it, right? So today we are learning about this mastering pronunciation through IPA. So my first presentation, we have some objectives. We are going to learn about the basics of the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, transcribe words using IPA symbols, right? Identify and differentiate sounds, apply IPA in context, foster self-confidence in pronunciation. So one thing I would like to say, right? Whatever we do, right? If we don't have a self-confidence, you cannot move further. No? You should have your self-confidence, self-esteem, because you know everything, isn't it? You may do errors, they're not perfect, but we have to have that confidence. When you're going to face an interview, how you should face the interview? You should go with your self-esteem, you should go with your self-confidence, isn't it? No? So why the interviewer should be able to, at the first glance itself, he should be able to attract you the way you perform in front of him, isn't it? So we should have this self-confidence. How does this self-confidence comes to us? It comes through practice, through learning. We can build up our self-confidence. So wherever you go, if you have learned, yes, you will have the self-confidence to approach to it. Okay, right. So now introduction to the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet. IPA, right, is a standardized system for transcribing speech sound from any language. Now from small days, isn't it? From small age, we have learned these alphabets, isn't it? So we know how many letters are there in alphabets. Yes, there are 26, isn't it? So that is what we have learned. But here in this International Phonetic Alphabet has how many? There are 44 sounds, right? It has 44, 24 consonants and 20 vowel sounds. So we are learning this International Phonetic Alphabet, why? To pronounce the word perfectly and to learn the pronunciation, and we learn the symbols. Why? When you look at the symbol, we should be able to pronounce the word well, right? So there are different sounds for these, some of consonants, right? And for the vowels as well. So where you will use this symbol and you identify the sound so that you pronounce the word well, right? So here it provides a consistent representation of pronunciation, allowing learners to understand and produce sounds accurately, right? The IPA helps in identifying the correct pronunciation, eliminates confusion caused by English spelling variations. So now that's like, now for an example, if we say those, when we were very small, right? We used to, what do you call, we used to learn dictation, isn't it? 20 to 30 words, 15 words or 10 words every weekend, isn't it? So how do we learn? We learn while memorizing, isn't it? While memorizing, we learned our words. But now, how we teach children, we won't make the children to memorize it. We make the children to listen to the sound and you write the word. Got it? Listen to the sound and you write the word. So these sounds, they play a major role in writing spellings and in pronunciation. So here in this International Phonetic Alphabet, we have 24 consonants, right? And 20 vowels, right? Okay. Someone has done the same. Fine. Okay, fine. Now we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, so now we've first learned how are we going to categorize this consonants, right? We have consonants and vowels, right? In English language, we have learned 26, right? And from that, out of that, 5 are vowels. But here in the IPA, it is 20 and 24, right? So consonants are categorized based on 3 key factors. How they are being categorized. So now place of articulation. So now here, how we pronounce the word. We articulate the word. We articulate the sound, isn't it? Now, for an example, when you put out a word, right, the word or the letter is being pronounced sometimes through your lips, sometimes you pronounce it within your teeth, sometimes you use your tongue, sometimes you use the vocal cords, and you articulate your sound. That's how the sound comes out, isn't it? Right? So the place of articulation, we call it as bilabial, where you use your lips to pronounce the word. Dental, where you use the teeth. Then alveolar, where you use the tongue, right? And you pronounce. So there are places in our mouth where we use them to articulate the sound, right? So the manner of articulation, plosives, fricatives, and nasals. Right? And
Science. Why?
Someone's mic is unmute. Can you please mute your mic? Yeah. If not, it is going to be a interruption for the session. Okay, right? So now then the manner of articulation, right? How you articulate the word, the letter, the sound. Then we use the words, we use the vocal cord where the sound is vibrated, right? When you say pleasure, it is vibrated, isn't it? Where some sounds are not, no need of vibration, isn't it? So where you vibrate the sound, we call them as voiced. Where the vibration is not used, we call them as voiceless. Okay. So now, next. Yes, any questions so far? Someone has raised the hand. Any questions? Fine. So now here before moving on to this IPA consonant chart with examples, right? You get all the consonants here, right, in this chart, and you get the symbol. So how does this symbol help us? When you check in the dictionary, okay? When you check in the dictionary, what happens? You see the word. Next to the word, what do you see? You see the symbol, right? So where you look at the symbol and you get the pronunciation, okay? So now let me share a video clip to you all, right? We'll watch that video clip and then come back to the presentation back again so that this chart will be what? This will be more clear to you, okay? Okay. Give me a second. Stop share this. Yeah.